The grinding journey continues this evening in Boise. Optional skate today as the Aces get set for the Idaho Steelheads. 5:10 p.m. face-off here from CenturyLink Arena. Mike Benton with you. Joining us now, Aces forward Brendan Connolly. Brendan, from last night's game, how much did this team with many young players grow up last evening?
Yeah, it was a big win for this hockey club. We knew it was going to be a tough task coming in, playing a really good Idaho team, and their track record has been really good this year. We knew it was going to be a challenge, and I'm really happy with how the guys responded, and we got some great goaltending as well.
How much does the word focus also come into play when you talk about last night's results?
Absolutely. I think there was a different mindset in that locker room. We knew the task was going to be large, and I think guys accepted the challenge, and it was good to see a lot of guys pick their game up.
We talk about the grinding journey. This is not just 2 in a row, but also within the stretch of roughly 9 games in 12 days. There's often the word pace involved with having to adjust to things here for about roughly a week and a half span. But underneath all that, how do you adjust here?
Yeah, you talk about pace, but at the same time, we got to be desperate and we got to leave it out on the line every single game. With our record the way it is, we got to work really hard to get that back to 500 and then move from there. So you're trying to pace yourself, which is why I'll take a day off for morning skate. A couple guys will. But for the most part, we're leaving it out on the line every game.
Is there essentially then an association with that only 4 teams out of this division are making the playoffs, and even as of this point, every point counts?
Absolutely. We feel like we're behind the 8 ball right now, and we have a lot of catching up to do. So we're going to be putting the pressure on these guys and making them play their best games against us.
During a time like this as well, we often see who is rising here to the top as far as leadership, who is talking out there, and what is being said, even especially to lead to results like last night.
I think as a unit, the guys are starting to be more confident in each other. Corey Savret kind of take control of the back end, helps those guys out. I do what I can up front. Guys like Kaufman have stepped up and been a little bit more vocal, so it's good to see.
With Idaho here this evening, we often talk about the talent that they put together. At least that was a story for last evening. You would expect pushback here, but how big of a pushback, especially in the first roughly 5-10 minutes here?
Yeah, we're gonna see a different team. I think we know that going in. They probably didn't have their best game. I'm sure their coach wasn't happy with their performance out there. They did only have 5D and 9 forwards. I think their 10th forward didn't play very much. So, fatigue could have been a factor. We'll see what they do with this lineup, but we're going to expect a harder push from them, and we got to be able to match it.
All right, Brendan, thank you.
Thank you.
For Brendan Connolly joining us, Aces take on Idaho this evening. We're on air for all the action beginning at 4:55 on KFQD.